November is National Adoption Month, and adoption advocate group AdoptUsKids is asking people who want to adopt to consider adopting older children who also need loving and healthy families. This morning we're joined by Kathy Ledesma, National Project Director for AdoptUsKids, and a former foster child, Mary Lee. Good morning, ladies. Great to have you.
Good morning, Stephen.
So, Kathy, I want to start with you. This year's national campaign slogan for your organization is, "You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent." So for foster kids out there overlooked because of their age, why is this slogan so important for people to hear?
Right now, there are 108,000 children in foster care in the United States who are waiting to be adopted. In North Carolina alone, there are about 2,400 who are waiting to be adopted, and about 15% of those young people are between the ages of 15 and 18. They're in foster care and waiting for an adoptive family through no fault of their own. It's because something went wrong in their home that made it no longer a safe place for them to live. So we are looking for permanent, alternate families for them, adoptive families who will commit to them for a lifetime.
Now, Mary Lee, I want to come to you as well. As a former foster child, I know it's really hard to sum it all up, but try and tell us what that moment was like when you found out that you were adopted into a loving home.
Oh my gosh, I still get goosebumps just thinking about it. After being told for years that I was unadoptable and that I was too old and no one would ever want to adopt me, and opening this family book that my family put together and seeing their faces and realizing that I was going to have a mom, a dad, and a sister for the rest of my life. It was truly life-changing.
And you know, Mary Lee, you represent those thousands of children that Kathy just told us about who, you know, are up for adoption and are in that age range in their teen years especially. So, you know, were there times, can you tell us a little bit more about those times when you felt discouraged, like you would never be adopted?
It was one of those things as a teenager. I always knew I was different because I had this label of being a foster child. You know, and seeing my friends at school doing things with their parents, you know, their parents coming to activities, watching them play sports, and knowing that I didn't have that. And it left this place inside of me where I felt like there was something missing. And so that's how I knew that I needed and wanted a family.
That was Mary Lee there talking. Her story very touching. Glad she was able to share it with us. Now, we put a link online so you can see common myths of adoption and also more adoption information for our state. Just head to WNCN.com.